Hey Rabeya, how are you?
Oh, hey, how have you been?
Good, thanks. Do you mind if we walk with you and ask you some questions about Una Europa?
Yeah, sure.
First question, what is the Una Europa Student Congress?
So essentially, Una Europa is basically a 11 universities alliance, and the Congress is essentially their meeting ground of all the students from different universities coming together and sharing their views and thoughts on topics selected in different years.
Interesting. And how would you describe it to someone who's never heard of it?
I would say it might be like when you hear Congress, it might sound very boring or something like extremely like a talk or a speech, nothing practical. But when you get to it, it's more hands-on than you would expect. I would say it is less of a Congress and more of an experience.
Okay, and what made you decide to apply?
So when I saw the email describing the Congress, I had no idea what Una Europa was. I just heard 11 universities, tons of people, different cultures, good exchange, and I thought, why not? Sounds fun.
Yeah, definitely. What were your expectations before attending the Congress?
I was expecting to meet people from different places, different cultures, and learning, I guess. And I definitely did that. I feel like I did more than that because right now I am in touch with people that I've found randomly from the Congress and working on projects with a few of them, which I didn't think I was expecting at the start.
So what was the main theme or focus of this year's Congress?
So, like I said, each year has its own focus, and this year they were more focused on student engagement and how essentially you can bring student engagement on campus and on different situations. It's not just campus, how transferring it outside as well. Because let's be honest, we all know what's right and what's wrong. But to get everyone involved, to get the students engaged in what's going around on campus could be a bit of a difficult job because it's overwhelming. It's a lot going on. Students have a lot of options and it causes a lot of opportunity costs. So yeah, this was one of the main themes that we were working about, but we also worked a lot about cultural exchanges, understanding the depths of it, group work, and also questioning your biases. So yeah.
Interesting. And what workshops, discussions, or projects did you take part in?
So as I said, we took workshops that were against biases and discriminations, essentially teaching you how to question your own inside bias that you might not even realize. And I felt like that was one of the most eye-opening things I got from the Congress. Because you might think that you're extremely non-judgmental, you do not have bias, but everyone has certain very deeply rooted biases, and the way that it kind of made you question them was amazing. Other things we did were how different cultures interact, how that can influence your behavior in groups, how you can be one different person in group work and completely different person in real life, and all of those things was quite an eye-opening situation.
That does sound eye-opening. And what was it like working with students from other universities and different academic and cultural backgrounds?
So at the start, it did feel a bit overwhelming because a lot of new faces. But again, that's why I put myself out there, because I knew there would be a lot of new faces. And everyone felt like that. It's not just you. And that made the process much easier because everyone's willing to talk with everyone and you just get to learn so much and know so much. It just feels like, wow, there's so many ways of saying different things. And I guess that was one of the biggest reasons Una Europa does these congresses as well.
Amazing. And what skills did you develop during the Congress?
I would definitely say that it made me very confident in myself. Because I wouldn't categorize myself as an introverted person, but I never thought I could just randomly approach someone not knowing where they're from. Just be like, hey, where are you from? And just strike a conversation and go from surface level conversations to deep existential life crisis conversations. Yeah, that is definitely one of the things that I learned from this congress.
Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how strongly do you recommend it to other UCD students and why?
Definitely a 10. Has to be a 10. If more, that would have been better because I do not see any con here. You are essentially not losing anything. You go to a place where you are surrounded with like-minded people. At the same time, they have different ways of viewing things, different ideologies, and it just makes you go, that's so interesting. I never thought like that. Another thing is that it is definitely going to improve your leadership skills, your communication skills, and I would say in general, there is nothing you can lose here. You are learning so much, and it will also open opportunities for connections and networking. I am in touch with many people from the Congress and personally working on a project with a few of them, and I don't think I could have done that without this Congress taking place, so you never know.
Okay, and why do you think opportunities like this matter for students?
Again, this really matters because most of the whole time, even though it might not feel like it, but you are the one in charge. The students are the one actually in charge. It is not structured, but the way it is structured gives you the lead. And unlike your module coursework or projects, which is really important to work in groups and learn these essential skills, learn the skills of leadership and other things, it's transferable skills. But here you're actually learning at your pace. You're actually understanding how much you can, exert yourself, what your limitations might be. Like, it becomes much more clearer. And that is something I feel like every student can benefit from.
Brilliant. And what surprised you most about the whole experience?
I guess how open everyone was, because when you are in a room with so many unknown faces, you get nervous and you feel like self-conscious. You don't know what the other person is thinking. And well, most of the times, the other person just might be on the same boat as you. And this thing just made me realize that much further, because everyone was willing to talk, everyone was willing to learn and listen. So I guess that just made me feel like, it's never a bad thing to just start a conversation. You just have to take the first step. It's fine.
Brilliant. And so outside of the Congress, where did you get to explore in Paris?
I think we definitely visited the Eiffel Tower, because why are you in Paris if you're not visiting the Eiffel Tower? And we had a cruise. It was really fun because they were pointing out all the historical places there, and we didn't have much time because it was only for 4 days. But we still managed to roam around a bit, visit a few amazing cafes, had really good food, get lost in the process as well, explore further on that process. And yeah, I guess that's how it went.
Okay, and if you had to describe the experience in 3 words, what would those be?
3 words. First, amazing, exciting, and really insightful.
Okay, and what was the most inspiring or unexpected moment from the Congress?
I guess the most unexpected moment was the most, compared to everything that was happening, because it was really fast-paced in my opinion. Not saying it was bad, but it was a lot happening in one day. So I would say it was just a random conversation with someone from Paris. He was a student from Paris himself. And we could kind of relate on the topic of moving out around a lot. I'm an international student, so I move around a lot, I guess. It's just a sense of belonging and everything of make me question life a little bit, I guess.
Very good. And what's the biggest cultural shock that stuck with you?
It's how open everyone was, because I guess within the Congress, it makes sense because you are all on the same boat. But it's just how I could just randomly strike conversations, even inside the museum with a random stranger. And one, I did not think that I had it in myself. Not saying that I cannot hold conversation, but that was very odd to just randomly go up to someone who is sketching still art and be like, wow, that's amazing. Getting that confidence is amazing. And seeing people reciprocate that same energy to that level was definitely amazing, even beyond the Congress. So I guess that's one of the cultural shocks, but a very positive cultural shock in that sense.
Okay, and I think we all want to know, how life-changing were Parisian pastries?
It's life-changing, you have to try them. Like, if you don't try them, you are missing out. Just try them.
Yeah, they really are life-changing. And did you take a selfie with the Eiffel Tower?
Why are you in Paris if you're not doing that? Come on. We did that on our second day because the first day was really packed. We also had a dinner on the first day, so we didn't have the time. But on the second day, the first thing we did was to run to the Eiffel Tower. Do that. Take the picture.
It has to be done.
Yeah.
And what's one thing you learned that UCD students need to know?
So, I would say it might just be a random email on a random afternoon, but you never know. I know it can look like a lot at times. So many things piling up, your coursework's piling up, your clubs and activities piling up, hang out with friends and bonds. But at the same time, when you just respond to one email, apply in one spot, and even not understanding what it is, you might never know. It might be really life-changing for you. So I guess keep your eyes a little bit more open. Go for it and don't hesitate, because hesitation is the only thing that can come between you and the future you.
Thanks, Rabeya. Have a great day.
Thank you.